and this thing doesn't indicate it when I click this button. I literally have to go through some app, like, not apps, but icons. Yeah, there you go. I gotta go to my phone. That's gonna load up. I gotta scroll down and go, oh look, missed call. Oh, missed call. Your phone doesn't do that, so I'm sorry. That's how people are with me, man. It's like, yeah, we know that, and you know what? I ain't really got nothing to be mad at you, but my fucking wife's a whore, and you know what? You're gonna take the rest. Okay, all right. That's why I want to be left alone to rot away. Just bye. Yeah. Guys, I'll enjoy what you created. I want no part of it. I help keep my community safe. I help keep people safe in my community. And I suffered for it physically and now emotionally. I'm sure of it. I've done what I need to do. You guys keep going out there and do whatever you need to do. Okay? Keep it out there. If you can, you got the trends come in here. Like whatever they're doing out there comes in here. It's like, wait a minute. That's reality. This is virtual reality. Keep that in reality.
The real fight begins now.
Don't ruin virtual reality. No, like, we can't. We can't. Yeah, the legal system didn't even. They weren't even concerned about the internet at first. Like, hey, should we implement like internet laws? They weren't even thinking that. They're like, wow, it's the internet, it's virtual reality. They're gonna make it a better place. No, you give humans more technology, more education. They're gonna find a way to fuck it all up with it. They'll find better weapons to destroy more people, and they'll find devices in order to contact somebody they'll never ever met. Encourage them to commit suicide or some shit. That's all you've done. You guys have lost and divorces over the internet, cheating on your spouses, talking to some other chick or dude. You guys found a way to fuck it all up on the internet as well. I think you should all throw in all your electronic devices, all the fleet, throw away this place, because everything gets junked out, and we all go back to primitive people, and we start again. Ain't gonna do that, huh? So how strong were those primitive people were? How intelligent they must have been. We call them stupid and primitive. How the fuck are you here? How am I here? Somebody in our bloodline was intelligent enough to build a structure without going to school, without the internet, without machines, barely able to function with tools, built a structure so they can breed in there and create offspring that kept it going and kept it going till the sun came down. They kept it going. And then it stopped. You can't teach your son right now how to build a house unless you've gone to construction class or done construction work, for some company. Basically going to school, basically. School of labor.
We've spotted an enemy radar.
You don't have to worry. Well, now you gotta worry about safety. Yeah, you can build a structure and it'll fall down on you and your neighbors. That didn't happen, and that's why you're here. Somehow it got erased. It was deleted that we should know that. It was deleted that you don't know your great ancestors. Because they left this place for you, so they thought of you. There's gonna be future versions of us. We should have this happen so they can inherit it. So they can take that on. And somehow there was a Men in Black fucking pen wipe. And now we're here and we're like, I don't know, I'm a human being, you're a human. No, he's not a human being. Look at the color of his skin. Look at the way that guy talks. Look at the way she looks. That's not us. Hey, divide. War. I want more. God fearing, but I want more. Death. That's all that's been. What's the main event like?
Did you take before this?
Where's the main event that went, look what everybody's doing! The whole world! What the fuck? Where's that main beautiful event? How much acid have you got? Get back in the box. I'm describing you as out of the box on an acid trip. In the box. Stop peering through our window. Get inside. He's going through all the stuff that he's been conditioned to go through to kind of distinguish what I am and what I'm doing. Categorize it. And he categorized it. He's on his an acid trip or something. Yep. They told me that get back in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Morgan Freeman. What's in the box? You all. Your guns, with your hate, with your divide, with your rape. That's what's in the box. With your Trump, your Jeffrey Epsteins, your Michael Jacksons. That's what's in the box.
You're in a gulag now. Survive to earn redeployment.
I think these guys
Fight
are
your way
fucking
out.
zeroing in on me.
Front
Look at this
line.
shit. No?
Lose and you're finished.
Maybe not.
Break up. You showed no weakness. Stand by for redeployment.
I'm in it. If I had a grenade, I could toss it right on that stuff. I think there's a deep thing. Imagine having teammates here and we had explosives. Both of them chucks would be on fire right now.
Your teammate is redeployed. Stand by.
I'm not gonna make this. You can make it every time. Yeah, but do you think he says that to his girlfriend when he's performing Ain't Catalangas? Does he say, babe, I must be on acid. I'm literally eating your poop. Oh my god, your poop a creator. Like that movie Centipede, babe. That was disgusting, right? You thought it was, but now you're like, the pretending society. I'm real. I mean, fuck that, man. I worked my ass off. Everything I have, I earned. Doesn't matter what the criminal activity I did. I was young. You didn't earn any of that. You took it, right? So dope, didn't you? Hey, I earned it, buddy. Get up your ass. All right. Once you're in the workforce, they're all teaching you how to cut corners and how to get extra money for doing nothing. Don't do all your work today. You're not going to have any work tomorrow. You're not going to have a job, buddy. Slow it down. Make it look like, you know, you're working at a different pace, you know? Hey, tell them you came in on the weekend, man. You'll get time and a half. Yeah. Just tell them, put in 4 more hours. We're leaving now, but put in 4 more hours. Hey, can you put some insulation right there so it looks like that whole wall's been insulated? Like it's been fireproof? Just put it right in that hole. So when the inspector comes, this is a church, right? This is a school, right? You want your job, bud? I can go hire somebody right off the fucking street with no fucking green card. You want your job, buddy? And why don't we do that? Why do we get mad at people that are going for jobs that are illegal? How come we don't go after the guy that owns the company, that hired him? You have to produce ID and paperwork before you get a job. So they knew, right? But you guys don't want to crumble your own, right? You're like, no. Then that company gets evaporated and gets shut down. No. Get rid of the browns. Get rid of the browns and the blacks. Just get rid of them. Come on.
Teammate
This was their mother.
for redeployment.
Wow, that's a lot. Oh my fucking god. That's a lot he just said. Oh my fucking god. That's his god. Oh shit! He calling upon the next op. Oh! And maybe you won't have what's happening in the world today. How are you advanced in technology and education and medicine, and people still shooting at schools? Saudi's not doing right around the world. And you got wars popping off. How come you're not looking at Russians saying, hey, they're pilgrims and they're discovering new land, mind our business. Just like the Europeans did when they committed genocide on the Mexicans and Indians that were living here. They were just pilgriming, discovering new land. Right? Right? How come we didn't say that about tourism in Israel when they popped off, what, a year or 2 ago? They started launching missiles?
Are you talking to yourself, or do you think anybody's listening to you?
I don't know. Do you hear anybody?
Yes, he's moving.
I answered you. Do you hear anybody?
No,
You ask me a question, I got enough balls to answer you, and then you see right up. So flip that back around and just seize up and don't ask me anything.
I just don't feel like listening.
That's
Alright?
fine,
I'm trying
that's
to play video
fine.
games,
You
not going
gotta
through some
insult people
political
because you have no rebuttal. I asked you a simple question and you hear me and now I'm an idiot. You're exactly what I'm talking about, society. Your family raised you like that. You probably saw your father talking to your mother like that while he was drinking whiskey and snorting coke in the garage. And she's eating pills laying in bed all day. And you heard your father saying that to her. You said that's normal.
You got
When
it.
I don't
right,
get my way, when I don't get my little feelings sorted out, I lash out. Wow.
Nah.
Wow. You should do that every time you lash out in life. In real life, you should do this to let people know. Wow. And they go, what are you doing? Okay, I'm lashing out. Wow. Wow. And they won't even be mad at you. They'll be like, what the fuck? That's funny. Wow. Wow. Look how look at your name. What's it even mean? Alright, so you just put things out there. You're like, I don't know.
Teammates in the gulag now. If they survive, they'll
Be
rejoin.
creative, buddy. Go tell your parents, say thank you for being wealthy, because I have inherited it. But where did this narcissism come from? Where do I get off going on the internet and telling people what to do for no reason and just start insulting them? Am I a little wounded little boy? My sad little boy? And my little sad boy, my mommy knows daddy told me I have to do the hard stuff before I get the inheritance. So I developed narcissism. And I go on the internet and I tell them all what to do around the world. Around the
Teammate
world.
is redeploying.
And then
Stand
it's
by.
sorry. 2020. No. I'm a sad little boy. My parents are wealthy. I got the internet and this is what I do. There's wars going on, and he's talking about it. He's talking about how fucking toxic society is and how violent they are. And look what I do. Well, I'm a sad little boy. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. Who they talking to? Are you listening? Do you hear anything? And he just seizes up. My brain will not compute that. If I do, I look like a fool. So I remain silent in front of other people.
You're just honestly not worth the conversation. You really
I do not compute. I do not compute. You still haven't answered that question, but you still got something to say. Answer the question.
You asked 45 questions. Which one do you want, you stupid fuck?
I didn't ask you 25 questions. You exaggerate now just to follow your fucking
Alright, so
argument.
go ahead. Ask the question again, you fucking retard.
Do you hear anybody? Do you hear anybody?
I heard somebody speak earlier besides you. So
Okay,
yeah,
there you go. There you go. There you go. So you were still afraid to answer it, but then you did. Now you're going to go back, you're going to look in the mirror, and you're probably going to kick your dog for no reason because I got you. I poked at your narcissism, and it kind of cracked. Your whole life right there, bud. Right there. So,
you must have went to Harvard, right?
I went to Harvard. I went to Penn State. Remember the guy at Penn State that was diddling the kids? Remember that? The coach?
That's why you're so salty. You got to
do you remember that? Do you remember that coach? You remember that coach? A lot of wealthy people sent their children to that university.
Making sense earlier saying that it's ridiculous that we can't teach people how to build their houses, but now you're just rambling.
I'm from Harvard. I'm a rambler. And you know what you are? Take a guess. You were that little boy. You're that little boy with the little feeling. And you're letting the world know.
Get up!
You're that little boy. That little boy. Oh, you never got my daddy and mommy approval. I color inside the lines and they don't even know it. They don't even acknowledge it. I went there like this. I go to school, I go nothing. I come home from school and I go, Mom, Dad, I go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and they don't care. And then the child will go. And the whole world's gonna pray. The whole world's gonna pray. Child with a boy. God. I have to go to therapy.
Head for the safe zone.
How many years of therapy you go through? Did you avoid it? guarantee at some point your parents put you on medication, whether you like it or not. I guarantee it at some point.
Good to go.
Did you dip? Did the schedule the boy dip? You're gonna fucking come in here and try to troll me, bro? I'm just gonna tell your friends what just happened. I just told this man, I completely backfired, so I just backed out. That's why I love the internet. So as I make a mistake, I could just bail. I could just bail. You guys come on here, you're toxic, you're cheating, okay? You're interrupting my time, so I found a new creative way to interrupt those like-minded people. Same people that do that shit, and there it is. Did I call him any names? I'm talking to you guys? I mean, he just knows us in. Acid trip, you're an idiot, you're doing this and that. He wanted a confrontation. Well, I played with him, and now look at. I'm safe. Oh, thank you, Tony. Thank you, internet creators and digital device creators. I can escape from the stupidity I created. My name is Paul today. I'm totally different than that other guy I was yesterday. I'm on the interwebs, as George Bush Jr. announced it as. I'm interwebs. They're knocking a lot of stuff, aren't they? And then not long after, they elect a guy that's trying to stare at the sun, and his wife hits him right in the chest. Like, you can't stare at the sun during an eclipse. Or when there is no eclipse, you moron. You let a guy like that near a big red button? When he bragged that he's got a bigger button? And the guy's looking at the sun during that eclipse, do you remember that? Well, look at the video. Was it edited? Antifa or Black Lives Matter edited it? How about that video where he's hugging and whispering to Jeffrey Epstein during the party and pointing at all the people in the crowd? Probably picking out all the young women that they're going to have later. And now he says today, that was done in the 90s. It was Trump's people that uploaded the video to the internet to celebrate an event at that party. And then when they go and talk to him, he's like, oh, I haven't talked to him in years. I don't know him anymore. Okay. You're all like, that's right, he's still our leader. Watch, in 3 months, they have to put him back in office. It was rigged. It was blob. It was wobby wob. Oh, where is it? Still painting himself orange, though, huh? If I were to hang out with you and I kept painting myself orange, you guys would call me out and be like, bro, I get, we didn't know you before, and you think it looks good, and it looks weird. You'd help me out. How come nobody's helping him out? Nobody likes him. Even his closest people. His wife kept shooting his hand away every time he wanted to grab her hand. In public, she was like, I don't care if they see me shooting your hand. You know not to touch me. This is only a facade. You're not really married. Stop touching me. You never seen that? Oh, Black Lives Matter tank. Yeah, they edited it, right? Who the fuck is Black Lives Matter? Who the fuck are those people? I don't give a fuck about them. Well, I don't give a fuck about nobody that creates an organization or a group to fucking lash out on other people. You got a problem with somebody, stand up to them. They put violence on you, whatever you gotta do to defend your life. Simple as that. The rest of that, mind your fucking business and go run on about your life. There's soldiers that paid the ultimate sacrifice for this country and for our freedom. And you guys went and stormed the Capitol and shit in the hallway. They found human fecal matter in the hallway. You guys are smoking joints in there, kicking your feet up on people's desks. You made mockery of that. There's people that got shot in the fucking face so that building could stay there. And you went and took a shit in there. All those people that were in that building doing that, you should be held as terrorists, homeland terrorists. People died that day. Officers. Police officers got a heart attack and some girl got her face shut off. People were trampled. Oh, you're all fucking full of the booze, full of the drugs, full of the fucking addictions, and you're like, this is the way it is. Your fucking army surrendered. They said, listen, you're decimating us. Can't fight you no more. You're waving the flag, we surrender. We conform to the north. What are you doing today? Fucking Confederate Army, baby. Confederate Army, baby. It should be a white flag. Every time you fly it, it should be a white flag. If I fly a white flag in Call of Duty, what does it mean? That I'm pretending until later? It means I surrendered and I gave up. Accept it. Your interest is different. You fucking...
It's the weirdest shit.